There are two things in this video frame which were made in Japan. One, of course, is a Toyota FJ60 Land Cruiser, but can you guess another one? Element Optics TEOS 2 to 10 power scope is the answer to what the fans of the Element Optics were asking for. They wanted to have a TEOS quality made in Japan, not just the glass, but also the whole scope, but in the smaller package versus the bigger brother. So did Element Optics took something away by shrinking the size of the scope and magnification? No, not really. The scope still has the same features which we love from the TEOS 1. If you want to zero the turrets, the process is still the same. You don't need any tools to do that. Parallax adjustment on 2 to 10 starts from 10 meters, then it goes all the way past 1000 meters to infinity. But interestingly enough, at 100 meters there is a little mark which locks it slightly in a position. So you will feel it when you're moving that knob that you are at the 100 meters, and then you just keep adjusting. Again, let me state this. Parallax starts from 10 meters. So if you wanna zero over your lasers or whatever you're putting on the top of the scope, you can do that right now because you will be actually able to see it with that parallax starting at such a short distance. A windage turret is hidden under the protective cap, just like it was on the original TEOS. But once you all remove the cap, you got the access to the regular turret, and of course that turret is zeroing exactly the same way as the elevation turret, so you don't need any tools to zero the turret or reset the turret. I think this system is absolutely fantastic. You don't need any tools to make the adjustments to the turrets. Set them up any way you want, and this works really well. On the elevation turret, what they preserved as well is that indicator flag for going to the second revolution. So operator behind the gun can actually see that you are rev up past first revolution. You got the clear flag showing that you're on the second revolution. This is very well thought out and designed scope. Okay, let's see what's in the box. So, boom. I know this guy. You should follow Clark's Instagram and the YouTube channel. Really good informations. So that's this is just like a cover. Okay, then we got a set of the instructions. There is a sticker, nice window sticker. There is a instruction manual with, actually, as you can see it, color pictures, and you can scan code for details about fine-tuning zero and things like this. That's very nicely made. Then we have a reticle guide, and that's a clear explanation of what's happening inside the reticle, and some warning notes about the batteries, I guess. Okay, we'll put this aside. What else is in the box? You're getting a scope cover socket, basically, Element Optics, nice. Then we have a tool. This is cute. here. Then we have a shade, screw on shade for the scope. That's awesome. Then there is a little bag with the goodies. Let's open that up and see what we got here. Okay, there is a battery for illumination. There is a ring. I'm guessing this is for the wind edge. And you got the Allen wrench for more stuff. Wait, there is more. Wait, there is more. I have no idea what's that, but we'll figure it out at some point. And then you have a cleaning cloth with the D-link. That's nice. So that's all in this box. Cool stuff. And then there is a scope, of course, on its own, and this is very nicely made box, by the way. This is that foam, it's thick, it's protecting the scope very, very well. And this is the scope itself. Well packaged. And you're getting a technical inspection mark by Mr. Nagashima, because scope, of course, is made in Japan, and it was inspected on 25th 9/11, so the 25th will be the year, September 9. Very cool. And as you can see, made in Japan. Scope is made in Japan, and this is the scope. So that's all in the box, guys. Very nicely made, very nicely packaged. I think this is looking freaking outstanding. That color is beautiful too. I like it much better than the black one, but they got different color options for you guys. Element Optics did fantastic job on the packaging that scope. Very happy with this. Very happy. Now everyone is asking about the glass quality probably. Putting a trigger cam on it does not do the justice. Taking the pictures through the cell phone does not do the justice. When you look at the targets through that scope, in my eyes, the glass quality is on par with the previous generation of the Calais scopes, which are absolutely very good on the glass. Is it as good as the newest generation of the Calais scopes? No, it is not, because the Calais has employed that tremendous field of view. Now, that's a part of how you're seeing the targets and how much you can see through the scope. So I would say that in that newest generation, Calais is slightly better than the Element Optics, but definitely Element Optics matches the previous generation of the Calais scopes. And I would say that this scope, at least for me, how I'm seeing through the scope, is much better than the Leopold Mark V HD. I think this is a fantastic glass inside, and I'm sure some people are going to run the reviews with all these charts and everything, and they will agree with what I'm saying. But for the eye, and you have to remember too, everyone's eyes are different. For my eyes, the quality of the picture through that glass is absolutely fantastic. And one more thing, the scope cuts very nicely through the Mirage too, but that's partially because of the magnification range, right? 10 magnification range is not as dramatic as 36, right? And it's much easier to cut through the Mirage a little bit when you're lowering the magnification. Now, reticle used in this scope is nothing special. It is just good, clear, clean Christmas tree style reticle. I absolutely think that for what the Element Optics is thinking this scope will be used for, this is an outstanding reticle. It is not clocked, it just gives you enough information to stay on the target, engage the targets quickly, and then if you have to drop down on the ladder for the elevation, you can quickly navigate through it and execute and deliver hits on the targets. Also, as far as for the wind holdovers, this reticle works beautifully. It is again easy to navigate and adjust the fire on the fly if you have to. Alright, enough with the bullshit talk. I wanna go back to shooting and have some fun. I just wanna bring to your attention, keep an eye guys on Element Optics. This company totally stays under the radar. I think that they deserve absolutely more attention. Prices are just right. They're not going to break your bank. They are very, very competitive versus top tier scopes, and yet you are getting a top tier quality in the TIOS line. And I'm so happy to see that they did listen to the feedback from customers. There's nothing wrong with the big brother, but as I said, this is more for, I would say, a bolt actions rifles scope, and I'm so happy to see that smaller package for the gas guns. In my eyes, this is a scope perfect for the gas guns. Can you run it on the bolt action? Yes, yes you can, but it jellies perfectly, as you can see here, and the scope absolutely delivers. It will make you a better shooter. That being said, always hone your basic marksmanship skills. Do not rely purely on the hardware to elevate your shooting game. Thank you for watching. See you in the next video soon. Thanks guys. Bye.